And here we are. We are live.
Yay! We're live.
Hi, everyone.
Amazing. Hi.
So,
As you can see, there's only two of us today.
yeah, Beetle's not here yet. Hopefully, he'll show up here any moment, or I don't know.
If not, it's going to
So,
be a short stream.
I'm just praying that he shows up.
Mm-hmm.
I know that last time you two talked about how you guys like sort of booked out of the My Lip fandom, and I didn't get a chance how I got into it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, when I was a kid, I think when I was maybe 10, 11, I don't know, I saw the first episode of it and it grew on me. But like after a while, like as I got older, I kind of not fully booked out. I don't know how to explain it, but I kind of booked out, sort of.
Mm-hmm. Well, as you grow up, things change. Your tastes start to change. It's kind of like when you're a toddler, you think Sesame Street is awesome, and then all of a sudden
Oh,
it's like, oh my
don't get
god,
me started on that
oh
shit.
my god, what have I been watching? When you find things like
Yeah.
dragons and wizards and spacemen and whatnot, and things take over your attention. These things are perfectly normal. They just happen. Whereas, I was already in my 20s, almost in my 30s by the time the show started to kind of get stale for me. But I
Yeah.
still had a lot of affection for it. I wanted to see how it ended. But I think
Yeah.
a lot of it also had to do with the fact that, the original creative team was not the same anymore. By about
Mm-mm.
season 4, a lot of the creatives from the original two seasons had booked it. They were not there anymore. And,
Yeah.
Hasbro also suddenly realized, hey, this is really popular. We should probably start meddling and make sure that everything is more about the toys. you know?
Yeah.
So there was that.
Mm-hmm.
Might
But I
try and
guess,
draw your MLP OCs for practice. Awesome. Highly, highly I'm looking at the chat. I
no, you're
highly,
good.
completely endorse that.
But yeah, like in my 20s, I sort of got back into the fandom because I missed it a little.
Yeah. I mean, I think everybody has that sort of, try to go home again feel about everything. As for me, when I was in my 20s, for whatever reason, I kind of went back to Batman the Animated Series and of all things, He-Man. Because
I've
again,
never
you
seen
oh, it's so goofy. I loved it. It was that kind of show from when I was like, it was not even any. It was only in reruns when I was literally born. But it was so much fun, and my mom, we were broke as heck growing up, so my mom actually bought most of the action figures from it when they were literally getting rid of them. So
it.
that was my jam for years because that's what I had to play with. So even though the show was not even on the air anymore, we used to find the old episodes at garage sales, or they had old tapes at mom and pop VHS rental places for years that we would pick up and watch. And then when those all went out of business, of course, we were like, oh, we got to buy the episodes because we used to rent them all the time. So yeah, I mean, it's by today's standards, it is painfully lame. But
Yeah, I guess now
I
it's
will def
streaming services.
yeah, but I will still defend the idea that the show was fun. It was a very fun show. I mean, Skeletor to this day is incredibly meme worthy. So,
I've heard of it. I just never seen the show.
I wouldn't recommend going and tracking it down as some kind of must-see experience, but it's worth looking at if you wanna see what cartoons in the '80s looked like. Especially because it was the first cartoon ever made directly for syndication. So it
Wow.
has some place in history. But like I said, Skeletor is so meme worthy.
It
His sense of
is.
humor ages like fine wine.
I mean, I seen some like memes of it on Insta before, but
Oh,
that's pretty
yeah.
much
I
it.
mean, he's so memeable. There was an episode. There was not. No, I'm sorry. There was a meme where he and Evelyn were married, and the marriage counselor asked him, "Now, how long have you two been married?" And Skeletor says, "70 years." And she says, "It's more like 10 years, Doc." And he turns to her and he says, "I measured it in dog years because you're such a bitch."
Oh my god.
The funny thing is that I can actually hear him say that on the show because he was so, he was ahead of his time in terms of like funny villain sensibilities. I mean, he
Mhm.
is the best thing in that show because like there's so many cartoon villains from that era that you would laugh at, but you laugh with Skeletor. That's
Yeah. Oh my god. The voice kind of remind me of Papyrus a little from
Oh,
Undertale.
yeah. Papyrus is straight up a Skeletor, like, he is so inspired by Skeletor, it's not even fun. Even the laugh,
Mhm.
because I mean, that is the Skeletor laugh. The Skeletor laugh is
Yeah.
Oh, man. But, I mean, like, in terms of sophistication, which is really funny, you wouldn't expect it, but, like, My Little Pony is a lot more sophisticated, at least the Friendship is Magic incarnation, than He-Man ever was. But that doesn't necessarily make it bad. It's just it was it was a toy commercial. They were very experimental with it at the time because they didn't know, I mean, I could actually do like a whole presentation on how messed up the 80s were when it came to children's television. But, I would say that Friendship is Magic had a lot more sort of um it was a lot more of a sophisticated program, but you know,
Yeah.
I mean, the irony is that they're both essentially, at least in the way that they were presented or the way that they were sold to the networks as a toy commercial. But,
Mhm.
you see these things because I mean, they were almost 30 years apart, in terms of
Yeah.
animation and like in pop culture, that's a lifetime, but it's funny because, like, you can see the beginnings of it. It's almost like looking at one of those evolution charts, where we go from Australopithecus africanus, Homo habilis, and I would say that He-Man was sort of like Homo habilis, whereas, My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic is finally the ideal, at least the first 2 seasons were the idealized form of the toy commercial as entertainment, because they
Uh,
actually cared, they had passion.
Tina, she is working on one of the scenes for the first episode.
Nice, that's wonderful.
Mhm. Yeah. And I did make a post here on YouTube saying that if voice actors want to audition on here, they just gotta look up the roles are available and they could just mention me in their video and I could let them know on here or Twitter if they get the role.
Nice. That would be
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah. Still waiting for more voice actors. So
Yeah, I noticed that, we certainly have a dearth of them here on this stream. I mean, they just look everywhere, but, it is what it is. Especially
yeah.
right now, I've been inundated with a lot of offers to do stuff myself lately, and which is
Yeah.
weird because, like, yeah, I just feel like, it's strange, I'm just kinda taking off, but these things come in waves, Hopefully, people will come in and say, like, "A My Little Pony audio drama? How fascinating," and try and get in on the fun
Yeah.
because, it should be fun.
Yeah, it's a fun project and originally, like, the script was not like this. When I first worked on it back in 2024, I think it was a mess. So later on, I decided to rewrite the whole script because I did not like it how it turned out.
Mhm. Well, sometimes you just kinda gotta get it out of your mind, and then once it's out of your brain, you can objectively look at it more. Because your brain has a
Yeah.
tendency, to be like, "Wow, this is so cool," while you're putting it on paper, and then all of a sudden you read it back and you're like, "Wait a minute, this sucks." I mean, it's happened to me before too. My first novel that I wrote in college, I read it back later and I was like, "Oh my god, this came out of me?" A lot of things come out of me that are unpleasant, but this. I apologize. That was a terrible joke.
No, you're good. But no, last time we did this was about like 2 weeks ago, and it doesn't feel like that long.
That's a problem. Time has this tendency to be like, as you get older, your like understanding of how time is moving just keeps on, getting faster and faster. So like there are
Yeah.
times whenever I'm like, "Oh god, what was that I had to do?" And then I look at the thing and I'm like, "Oh man, that's today. I have to." Because it doesn't feel like
Yeah.
time is passing for me, just
No,
it's
it
just one
doesn't.
of those things.
But no, it was really fun last time when we did this. Like, I had
Oh,
so much fun.
oh, that was awesome doing the Joker
And
script and everything.
oh my, I was earlier today. I was thinking about doing that again, but with you and
Mhm.
me, I'm like, how can
Oh,
I
we
do
can try.
it?
Can try if you want. What's a good scene that has a guy and a lady in it? One that wouldn't be too weird. Let me see.
Then
Ah,
again, I am voicing Gemstone, so this
mhm.
is gonna
Yeah.
be sort of my first role, I guess.
Mhm. Have you ever seen, no, wait, that one's a little weird. Uh, Gosh, it's hard to say. Most scenes that are coming to me immediately have either have some romantic subtext, and I'm like, "Nah,
Oh God.
no, no, I don't know about that," you know? I mean, like, I was immediately thinking, Monty Python and the Holy Grail, the part with Castle Anthrax, but then I'm like, "Oh, no." Um, and, the other one I'm thinking from that movie, she doesn't have too many lines, that's the problem. It's, the part where they're trying to decide whether or not the lady is a witch. That part is hilarious, but she barely says anything. Uh, Let me see here. Um, I'm sure there are so many good scenes, but it's hard to pick one out. One that doesn't have either romantic subtext or you don't wanna put too much craziness, subject somebody to too much craziness.
Mm-mm.
Um, I know, there was, what was that one? Uh, Man, I don't know. If you wanna pick one, you're good to pick one, but, I can't think of one off the top of my head. I'm a sleepy old man right now.
Then again, you're probably like a few year or older than me or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, like, a lot of the movies that I've seen they tend to be towards the older stuff, but, I got one, that we could do that doesn't have any romantic subtext, but I'm not
Okay.
sure if you'd be up for it. Let me see if I could find it. Have you ever
Yeah,
seen the
just
movie
on
The
the
Court Have you ever seen the
court.
movie The Court Jester?
Oh, I was gonna say if you say Corpse Bride, then obviously I know that movie, but
No,
Corchester,
no, no.
no, I have not
Oh,
seen.
let me see if I can find it. Um, at least the script, because that is really, really funny.
Okay.
Um,
I did.
there's a there's a part in the movie where there's a part in the movie where this lady who is the nurse for the princess is trying to save him because the princess is in love with him, and she keeps telling her that if the princess basically is saying, if he dies, I'll kill you. And so basically, so she's trying to save her own skin. So
Oh my lord.
she tries to poison the knight that he is being forced to uh that he is being forced to fight. And he can't remember which cup has the poison in it.
Oh my
So
god.
that's the thing. The only problem is that there's actually two women in this scene. Would you mind reading for both Jean and Griselda?
I mean, I can try. Then again,
Okay.
I'm not a professional voice actor,
Oh,
but
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You'll be fine. Let me see if I can link it. Where can I link it? I'll link it in the private chat here.
yeah,
So
like that.
I'll link the link to the script. And you want me to read it as any character in particular? You want me to go? So Hawkins would be me, and
But
Griselda and Jean would be
what do you want?
you. It's a one-man show now, unfortunately. I think she just got pulled away. Anyway, yeah, so this is honestly one of the funniest movies I've ever seen in my entire life. Um, it's the best way I can describe it is what if Shrek were made in the 1950s? It's essentially poking fun at all the fairy tale tropes and stories and whatnot, but it's doing so in a very loving way, and it's quite funny. Uh, So basically, Hawkins is this hapless circus performer who unfortunately has gotten roped into all this craziness with the king in court. And
Sorry,
there's
my
this.
my mother walked in. I'm so
That's all right.
sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. I've been doing a one-man show where you were gone. Anyway, if you want to check out that link, you're going to
Yeah,
be
I'll try.
You're going to be Jean and Griselda, and I'll be
Okay,
Hawkins. Do you
one
want me
of
to do
them I
any?
do. Hmm?
I'm sorry. What were you
Oh,
saying?
one of them on the link. I know the sound of the music. I know that movie or
Oh
whatever
yeah,
it's called. Such a
yeah.
good movie.
Oh yeah. But anyway, underneath there where it says Griselda, you'll be Jean and Griselda, and I'm gonna do Hawkins. Did you want me to do any particular voice for Hawkins, like Astral Flame or Discord? Excuse me.
Um, whatever. It's up to you. Whatever
All right,
character you want to
I can
play.
I can do my Discord voice if you want.
All right. Okay.
All
All
right.
right. Give me a sec.
Oh, and that's Griswold, in case you needed to know how it was pronounced.
You mean Giselle or
Where she says where Griselda, when she says Griswold dies as he drinks the toast, his name is Griswold. And let's read
Gris
until
Grisel?
what yeah,
Yeah, I'll try.
whenever you say good man and just remember that, let's read down to there if you're able.
All right. Okay. You will not die. You will not have to fight him. Griswold dies as he drinks the toast.
What?
Listen, I have to put a pellet of poison in one of the vessels.
Which one?
The one with the figure of a pestle.
The vessel with the pestle?
Yes, but you don't. I am so sorry. I mess it up.
That's all
Okay.
right. It's pestle, by the way. You don't say the T.
Okay, pestle. Sorry.
That's all right.
All right, I'll try again. Yes, but you don't want the vessel with the pestle. You want the chalice from the palace.
I don't want the vessel with the pestle. I want the chalice from the what?
Oh god, I don't know what character to use for Jean.
She's kind of a tough lady, so give her a little bit of a tough voice.
Oh god. Okay, I'll try.
Mm.
The chalice from the palace.
Hmm?
It's a little crystal chalice with a figure of a palace.
The chalice from the palace has the pellet with the poison?
No, the pellet with the poison in the vessel with the pestle.
Oh, the pestle with the vessel.
The vessel with the pestle.
What about the palace from the chalice?
Not the palace from the chalice from the palace.
Where's the pellet with the poison?
In the vessel with the pestle. Don't you see the pellet with the poison in the vessel with the pestle? Oh, wait. Okay. The chalice from the palace has the brew. That is true. It's so easy, I can say it.
Well, then you fight him.
Listen here carefully. The pellet with the poison in the vessel with the pestle. The chalice from the palace has the brew. That is true.
Well, the pellet with the poison's in the vessel with the pestle. The chalice from the palace is the brew that is true.
Good man. And just remember that.
That is such a funny scene, my God.
I really tried. Okay.
All right, you just picked it right up, which is fine with me. You done good
Yeah.
so far.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some voice acting lessons here
Yeah.
soon.
Well, you know, there was this. Have you ever seen the movie The Rocketeer?
No.
Oh goodness, that is such. The guy who wrote it actually ended up writing Captain America: The First Avenger, and it has that same kind of feel to it. It's sort of like a pulp adventure Nazi spy movie. It's great. So this kid finds a jetpack, and
Mhm.
they basically are using it to root out Nazi spies in, like, I believe 1941 or something. I don't know. It's been a long time since I saw it, but there's a scene in there where they're shooting a movie, and it's supposed to
Mhm.
be sort of like the Adventures of Robin Hood or one of those old classic,
Oh my
30s, 40s movies. And so the director put his daughter in the role of the princess, even though she can't act. And so she's like, "Oh, my prince, would that thou drinkst of my lips as deeply." And they have to shut down the entire production. So the director gets up from behind the camera and he wraps his arm around her shoulders. So he says, "Listen, doll, acting is acting like you're not acting. So act, but don't act like you're acting." And like that has really stuck with me all these years later. I saw that movie when I was like maybe 5 years old because it came out in like 1990, I want to say. And just that whole thing about, "Listen, doll, acting is acting like you're not acting. So act, but don't act like you're acting."
I'm going to show you something on Instagram. Tina just sent me this and it looks so cute. Oh my god, I am very proud of her.
I gotta
I
check
just
it
sent
out.
you I just sent you the photo on Insta.
Oh, I'll have to look at it on Instagram then. Let me grab my phone, my trusty phone.
I'm gonna guess it's one of the scenes for the audio drama. That's just my guess, but
Oh, look how cute.
that is so adorable, Tina. I am so proud of you.
I do love it. It's adorable.
It is like she did a good job. I'm so proud of her.
Love it.
Her art skills are improving. Like I'm
Mhm.
very very proud of my friend.
Your powers have gained in strength, Tina.
God, I sound like a proud mother. Then again, my art skills, it's getting there. Should probably check to see if Beetle texted.
Well, let's hope it's nothing trivial.
Nope, he hasn't said anything.
Shall I try summoning him again by saying his name 3 times?
Yes.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Not waking.
Nope. I mean, I could try this in.
Had he said he was going to be here?
No, I just texted him that I was going to start the stream. That was it. And I sent a link, but I don't know. I guess I could send a link again to him if it didn't work. But no, to be honest, like the first time you looked at my page about my audio drama, I was so nervous to come to you and ask you.
Don't be nervous. I mean, like, here's the thing. I'm actually quite flattered when people ask if I'll audition for things. What I don't like is when people pull me into things against my will. That happened to me a while back. And
Oh my
like,
God.
what happened was all of a sudden, I'm out driving for Uber, which is my day job. And hopefully not for long. I'm actually trying to get hired with another company right now. But anyway, so I'm out driving for my day job when all of a sudden I get an email that's like, you were chosen for a role. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Let me see. Because I had auditioned for a lot of cool things at the time that were closing. So I was like expecting it to be one of those. And I get the title and it's a thing I don't recognize. I'm like, is this one of the auditions I put out on a slow day when I really didn't know what to audition for? I don't even remember auditioning for this. I look at it and I hadn't auditioned for it at all. And I'm like, what's going on here? So I get into the group chat thing on Casting Call Club, and I'm like looking at a bunch of people. A bunch of people seem confused, and we're like, I don't remember auditioning for this. What's going on? And the guy who was running the project, I swear to God, I'm not making this up. He goes, yeah, I saw you guys on CCC, and I figured you could be part of my crew. I can't voice act all my characters by myself, you know.
Oh my God.
I'm like, okay, look, let me explain something. This isn't how this works. I don't care if your project is the best thing ever. If you want people to audition, ask them, hey, would you be willing to audition for my thing? Because honestly, if he'd asked me, would you be willing to audition for my thing? I probably would have. Because it'd be like, oh, well, you know, he likes my work. Let me go ahead and check out his project. And if I like it, because I mean, it didn't sound awful. It was sort of like a cartoon about like a rock band or something like that. Yeah, so I was just like, look, you can't just go around snatching up actors because you feel like they might be good for your thing and you're not able to do all the characters yourself. You know, you have to have some modicum of respect for their, you know, their ability to make these decisions on their own. And so I, shortly after I gave him a piece of my mind about that, it said, you have been removed from this role. And I was like, good riddance. So, yeah, I mean, I honestly felt like I had been shanghaied. You know what that means?
Oh, not really.
Oh, God. So back in the day, when the internet didn't exist and law enforcement was a little bit more lax about these things, there was this thing, particularly in Shanghai, China, because they needed a lot of people would get off port there and not return back. What happened was that or people would want basically slave labor on their ships in China at the time. What they would do was they would get people drunk or they would knock people out, and then they would wake up aboard a ship on the ocean. And they're already miles and miles away from home at that point, so they have no recourse, and basically force them to work on their sailing vessels until they would get back to their own home port, which might never happen. So they would call that Shanghai because it happened a lot in Shanghai, China. But essentially, that's what I felt like. I felt like I'd been knocked out and forced aboard a sailing vessel that I didn't want to serve aboard.
By any chance, have you? I know this probably sounds stupid or not, but have you ever seen the movie called K-pop Demon Hunters by any chance, or at least heard of it?
You know, I haven't, but I've heard a lot of the music because my niece loves it. She's a huge K-pop demon hunter. She's always singing that one song with da 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 ba da ba da dum, which I don't know the words to it, but my niece, of course, always sort of cracks her voice, but she doesn't care. She's having fun singing it.
Yeah. I mean,
So I'm at least vaguely familiar with the concept.
yeah. Sorry, you were a little lagging out on my end. I do apologize.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's all right.
I don't know.
It happens.
I don't know. It's because
It's
my
the
laptop.
internet.
Yeah, internet can be a bitch. But there's this one scene, I think at the sort of the end, where Rumi and Gina were talking about like I don't remember. It led to the song Free, but I just don't remember what scene it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought to myself, I wonder if me and Nick could probably read this as Gemstone and Astral. But I don't know.
That could be fun.
Yeah, I could.
I'm actually running out of battery power on my laptop, so if we want to, now would be a good time.
Unless, I mean, we can do this another time. Nick? Oh no, it's you. Nick? You good, sir? Oh no! Poor Nick! Oh no!
The battery.
No, you're good. I was gonna say, do you want to do this another time when Beetle is available?
Am I back? Am
Yes.
I here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I had a little bit of internet interruption. I think it's probably because my battery's running down.
Well,
But yeah, we're almost an hour in anyway, past when we had wanted to. You want to go ahead and just call it, because I don't know if Beetle's going to show up, and
yeah, we could probably do another one like later today, or I don't know when, but
let's shoot for next week maybe. Same
yeah,
time, same bat time, same bat place.
yeah, we'll do one next week.
All right, sending love. I hope Beetle shows up next time, or hopefully maybe we'll have like more cast members. That would be awesome.
Yeah,
we could reach
I
out
hope
to
so
some
too.
ladies.
Like,
yeah, I might want to start doing some.
Yeah, I noticed some other people were looking at my page, and I'm like, should I ask them? I'm like, I don't know.
Could they be the one?
Oh yeah,
like it's a prophecy or something. But
For
anyway,
real.
yeah, let's shoot for another week from now. That would be fun, and that'll give me some breathing room. But anyway, I hope that we get more cast members by then, because you know, we really would have a lot of fun getting going here. But yeah, this was fun, and I just need to go charge my laptop now. But anyway, sending love, peace, love, soul, all that good stuff.
Bye,
God bless.
everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.